Forests are the lungs of our planet, providing us with fresh air, clean water, and a sustainable future. On the 21st of March 2025, AGRA, NAERLS, EcoClimate, Thrive Agri, and FRIN joined the world in celebrating the International Day of Forest at the NAERLS Ultramodern Hall, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. The event was graced by esteemed dignitaries, including the Vice-Chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University, Professor Kabiru Bala, the Director, NAERLS, Professor Y.A. Sani, representative of His Royal Highness the Emir of Zauzau, Malam Ahmed Nuhu Bamali, the Commissioner of Environment, Professor Aliu Barau, Center for Dryland Agriculture, BUK, Professor Chris Daudu, the Principal Investigator, AGRA Kaduna Project, and Dr. Esther Ibrahim, the Program Officer, AGRA Kaduna Consortium, Kaduna.
Once again, you're all welcome. On behalf of management, staff of NAERLS, and the AGRA project, I'm privileged to invite the Vice Chancellor of Ahmadu University Zaria, Professor Kabiru Bala, to his welcome address, and probably declare the culture once again open. Sir, you're welcome.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I will acknowledge and adopt the protocols of the assembly established because of time, as I said. But you cannot declare a function open twice. It has been declared open. So, just a few remarks. I'm delighted to be here. I'm always delighted to be associated with trees and plants. So, I don't want to repeat, although I was not here, I'm sure the experts have spoken about the importance of trees, why we should be planting, and so on and so forth. I'm sure that must have been discussed exhaustively. But just one or two things. I've heard Professor Chris talking. The one thing I want to say is, for whatever reason, we don't have an alternative to this fuel wood. I think we are little bound as academics to seek for alternatives. We have alternatives now which are not readily accessible by most people. You have gas, you have even, there is biofuel now. For my cooking, I use biofuel, not even gas. It's cheaper than gas, but people don't know. Biofuel is cheaper than gas now. And, but some people use coal. I don't know how we are going to make these things more available and more affordable for the common man. Otherwise, we were talking about planting trees, but people will be cutting them down for fuel. And also, I'm sure some statistics will have been given against the use or consumption of fuels, tree fuels, road fuels, in view of the increasing population. This is very, very clear. When you travel, for some of us that are a little bit decades old, travel from Katsina, up to Madonfasi was in the Guinea Savannah before. I think up to Madonfasi was the geographers. It's Guinea Savannah, but I'm telling you, even Zaria is Sudan now. Most of Zaria is Sudan. So you can see, and Madonfasi, and as you approach Katsina, is Sahel. For those who are in geography, and that is extremely very dangerous. Now, what are we going to do about this? For one, I think the amount of trees we plant, I hope the commissioners are here. I wish all of them were here. The trees we plant are far less than what we should be planting. This India planted, I think, 1 billion trees in 1 minute. 1 billion, I think 1 billion? Does anybody remember? In 1 minute. What happened was that they made all the arrangements, they made the seedlings available 1 billion, and they dug the hole. So, and that was the record they wanted to make. In 1 minute, everybody plants your own. And it was certified all over. Is it 1 billion or 2 billion?
1 billion.
1 billion. Why can't we do that? The commissioners for agriculture, the commissioners for environment. The commissioner for environment 2 years ago sent me a letter that we are cutting down trees in ABU. I say ABU? Nobody cuts, even if it's a leaf you cut, you have to have permission in ABU to cut trees. Even if it's a leaf, not even a branch. That's how we take it seriously. I said, where did you get honorable commissioner? I wanted to write him back, because when we write from ABU, we won't like it. But since it's a friendly thing, he's interested in trees, which we're interested in, I called him. I said, my younger brother, who told you this story that we're cutting down trees in ABU? That's what he received. I said, next time you receive this kind of story, please verify it, don't write. Because in ABU, even the VC cannot cut any tree without permission. That is the woman is here. In my house, even as bad as they are, I have to seek for permission in my house, before the tree is cut down.
With regard to food security, that is provision of stable food supply for human consumption, despite the security challenges in the state, which has been tackled through the effort.
Also present were key participants such as AGRA Kaduna, Thrive Agric, Eco Climate, NAERLS, and FRIN, all committed to promoting sustainable forest management. The keynote speaker, Professor Aliyu Barau of Center for Dryland Agriculture, BUK, emphasized on forest being the alliance of farmers in the transformation of Nigeria agriculture.
Trying to link the theme for this year, and of course reflecting on the previous map. This map was produced from our research activity, and now these are the remnants of forests that you see between Kaduna, Abuja, and National States. And this is sad, this is unfortunate, and it is true that Nigeria leads the world in deforestation.
As a symbolic act of commitment to environmental preservation, a tree planting exercise was conducted, reinforcing the message that every tree planted is a step towards a greener, healthier planet. The 2025 International Day of Forest celebration at NAERLS was a resounding success, inspiring individuals and institutions to take proactive steps in forest preservation. Together, we can make a difference, one tree at a time.